Hi, my name is Azalea Longmire, and I have read the Smith ETAL 2019 and Matisse ETAL 2018 articles in their entirety. So the one, so the the ASCA ethnical standard that became harmony with my personal and spiritual beliefs is marginalized populations. So, in that standard just talks about being an advocate for your students and their cultures. And this has become harmony with one of my, personal beliefs and spiritually once I became a teacher and started taking this course, because whenever I'm teaching my students, they're mostly Latinos and Blacks, so they are a minority, and I just feel like I should advocate for them as much as possible, because they are a minority, and I just make sure that they feel included and just make them feel safe to be able to express who they are as individuals, because not all spaces that they're going to encounter is going to allow them to express their identities. So I try to make sure my classroom, even though they're kindergartners, I always try to make sure that my classroom is a safe environment to express emotions, to cry, to whatever the case may be, because there are some places where they're not going to be okay. I also communicate with parents on, if there's things going on at home, that anything I can help with, because we are the school that I work at is a low income school. So I just feel like that is how, that has become one of my personal beliefs. And from Smith, this is quoted from Smith, ETAL 2019. It says, a second rationale pertaining to counseling effectiveness with statements such as, to provide appropriate interventions, the counselor needs to understand all aspects of the culture, including spirituality and religion. In such a chaotic world, if clients have a spiritual foundation, it is important to know how to help them build on this for stability in interviews. And it is important to help clients within the framework of their faith tradition. And I just feel like I agree with the quote, and it is important to understand everything that client is going through, because that will help you figure out what's the best treatment to help them, what's the best intervention to help them, if you know their spiritual beliefs, if you know their religion, if you just have a grasp of understanding on what they have going on. I feel like that would help the client more than just, ignoring that they do have a religion that they might practice. So, for the second ACA ethnical standard is reporting results. I just find it important to make sure that the results are accurate when conducting a research or study, because me as a teacher, I always, report errors or have questions, or just making sure that I report anything to help the client in general. And I find it important to, do the research, have understanding, do the programs, and just making sure that you conduct research and reports, and having a plan to find ways on what helps the client and what doesn't help the client, based on like their demographics, based on their religion, like what type of things do they do in their religion, what things could you take from their religion that you can maybe incorporate into the therapy to help them. So that's what I do find important. And a quote from Matisse, it says, for counseling to be effective, it must address the body, mind, and spirit. As the study of mental health in the individuals has evolved, the field of counseling has adapted to and integrated spirituality into counseling practice. And I do believe that the mind, body, and spirit has to be all aligned for the client to actually exceed to where they need to be, because you can't have you can't have a healthy mind but an unhealthy body. Like, I feel like all of these all connect. So, and from the articles that I've read, and just myself, on how I'm working I've notice whenever I do have a healthy diet, when I do work out, when I am connected to God, and when I am, calm and my mind is clear, things are better in life than just having a healthy body, but my mind is not good. So I do feel like all three of these components should align with one another so that the client can succeed to a better person. So, yeah.